So let's pick a World 15 of the year 2022. And I thought you were going to score.
Ask a better question, you get a better answer.
Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm going to pick a World 15 of 2022 just from my own thoughts, very subjective. Please do pop yours below and don't be too upset if I haven't picked your favourite player. So let me know what you guys would pick. It is just a bit of fun here. But we were preparing for a world draft collaboration, but just getting time zones with other YouTubers was a bit tricky through no one's fault, but I do want to do it anyway, so I'm going for my World 15 2022. Here we go, into the front row at Loosehead. Now I was considering Cyril Bailly, Andrew Porter, Oxenchae, Kitsoff, Genge. I thought they've all had good years, but I must say I've got to go for Bailly. Just a fantastic prop for France, an all-rounder, great in the scrum, amazing in the loose, can score tries, can attack, can defend, can do absolutely everything. Think he's world-class actually. And at hooker there were loads of choices I'd considered. We've got Takiaho of New Zealand, who I think's been a revelation for them, although surprisingly he wasn't started as much as I would have liked later in the year, so that's probably just got him out of the running. Malcolm Marx is just a phenomenon, and Benambi as well. Whoever starts for South Africa or comes on, they're great hookers. Montoya of Argentina's been great. Young Dan Sheehan has come in and filled the boots of Kelleher at hooker for Ireland and been great. But I think I'm going for another Frenchman in Julien Marchand. Just a fantastic player. Another amazing all-rounder. Great in the line-out, great around the pitch. Part of the reason why France are doing so well are these front row guys. I really do think so. So I'm not worried about spreading out the nationalities. I'm just picking who I think is the best player of the year. So Bailly and Marchand. And then at tight head, someone to absolutely anchor the scrum. I was impressed with Tyrrell Lomax of New Zealand. I thought he was another good young prop coming in there. Tyke Furlong's always good for Ireland. But I think Malherbe's been absolutely unbelievable for South Africa in the scrum especially. I have said in other videos that he's not the sharpest around the park, to be honest, but his job is to anchor that scrum, an absolute key for the pack there for the front row. So with him at tight head, the scrum's always going to be dangerous. So Bailly, Marchand and Malherbe, I think that's a fantastic front row. Marks, I think, was the guy who was really close to getting in. Let me know what your front row would be. Second row wise, these are the guys I had considered. Tadhg Beirne of Ireland. Woki, I thought, is a brilliant athlete for France, as is Flamand. He's really impressed me. Sam Wylock of New Zealand. But I'm actually going for the South African pairing together of Etzebeth and Mostert. I think they're just fantastic players, particularly together. Etzebeth continues to impress me. Physically, we know he's a beast, but his handling's really good as well. Line-out work, I think he's the best second row in the world. And Mostert isn't far behind, does a lot of the stuff Etzebeth does, maybe not quite as big and physical, but goodness me, he's a class act. So them together, I don't think you can look past it. So that's my front five. At blindside, I've been impressed by Jamie Ritchie of Scotland. I think he's a quality player. Wasn't around for the whole of 2022 though. So I'm going with Matera of Argentina. Just an absolute class act, hard as nails, plus a really clever guy as well, good leader, epitomises everything Argentina's all about, all that passion. So he's at 6. At 7, I've been very impressed with Khaleesi, incredibly consistent. Dalton Papali'i, I think, really takes New Zealand back row up a notch when he plays as well. But Josh van der Flier, for his whole year, has been absolutely superb. In New Zealand, absolutely amazing. Always gives a high performance, high level, never dips. Very strong, taking his carrying to the next level, plus his work at the breakdown as well. So Josh van der Flier is my open side. At 8, I was very close to picking Valetini of Australia. I think he's been their best forward, just their go-to ball carrier. Faletau still impressive. Doris is impressive for Ireland. Aldrit's a great 8 for France. But I can't look past Ardie Savea, still clearly the world's best 8, so consistent for New Zealand. Just comes up with those game-breaking moments, be it a jackal or a carry, just the power as well, out wide, in tight. He's just the best number 8 in the world. Easily. So that is my pack. Bailly, Marchand, Malherbe, Etzebeth Mostert, Matera, van der Flier and Ardie Savea. At 9, maybe I've done the unthinkable. I haven't picked Antoine Dupont, even though he's absolutely amazing. Was this his best year? Maybe, maybe not. Smith's been impressive at times. De Klerk's come back good at the end of the year. Coxedge for New Zealand women's been absolutely brilliant as well. But I think I'm going to give it to Jamison Gibson Park of Ireland. I just think he makes such a difference to that team. The speed he gets the ruck ball out, the pace of play, how he directs his players around the park. When he's not playing, Ireland don't look the same team. When he is playing, they look well beaters. The way they played against New Zealand in New Zealand was a lot down to him. That pace of play is just unbelievable, so hard to deal with. So I'm going to give it to Gibson Park. If you think it was a travesty I didn't give it to Dupont, let me know, because I understand that. Now 10 was another tricky decision. Finn Russell had some fantastic games for Scotland. Goodness me, when he's on fire, he is amazing. Intermac, I was so close to giving it to Roman Intermac. Just a class act. Mwanga's very good as well. But Johnny Sexton, I'm giving it to him. Gibson Park and Johnny Sexton together, what a combination. Just make a huge difference to Ireland. If those two aren't playing, they're not the same team, especially considering his age. He just makes all the right decisions, and if there's a gap, he'll still go through it. Good goal kicking, but just so cool, so calm, demands a lot from his team. So they're my halfbacks. Now, inside centre was quite tricky. Diolande, I think, was good, but maybe not his best year. Karevi, who I think has been maybe the best inside centre for a while, has been injured. So I'm giving it to Geordie Barrett. Just makes such a difference to New Zealand. I think him at 12 has just transformed their team. He carries super hard, tackles great kicker, great passer, just a class act all round. Dante of France was my other one. Great ball carrier as well. The Irish centres are really impressive as well. But yeah, I'm going for Geordie Barrett of New Zealand. At 13, I'm going for the Black Ferns, Stacey Flula. Look at her performance in the World Cup final for the Black Ferns. She has been unbelievable, almost unplayable. England looked terrified when she got the ball. Other outside centres, I think Rieko Ioane's had some good spells. Ringrose is a class act for Ireland. Fiku, George North I think's been decent, but Flula I think's been the standout there. Onto the wings, Arends of South Africa has been absolutely fantastic. Mac Hansen of Ireland, he was close. Kurumbeti, the human missile, has scored some great tries for Australia, made some big tackles as well. Digby Ioane's come back in for Italy, I think's made a huge difference. And Van der Merwe for Scotland's been great, but the two I'm giving it to, the two standouts for me, are Darcy Graham of Scotland, who has just been electric. His try scoring, beating players with his quick feet has been phenomenal. And Damien Penaud of France is just a class act. Big, strong, quick, scores for fun. So dangerous, those two. So they're my wingers. Now at fullback, Villy Leroux was quite close, because when he came back into the South African team, he made a huge difference with his range of passing. Ramos for France, amazing kicking, great counter-attacking. Hugo Keenan, I always say, almost doesn't make mistakes for Ireland. And Hogg's still an incisive attacker for Scotland. But you've got to give it to Ange Capozzo. Just what a great player in attack. He's going to get better and better. Scored some crucial tries in their two huge wins against Wales and Australia. So he is my 15. So that is my team for 2022. Let me know what your team would be, who you would pick. It's just a bit of fun, so don't get too upset if I haven't picked the player you would pick. But let me know below what you would pick, and I'll catch you guys next year.